as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 15. 48 yards on the ground for him so far. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. They'll run on 1st down. Crawford. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's got Rome. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play there.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, baby.
Play action. It's Wilson. Put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Well, this defense for the Niners, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Play action. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do, and the chain of it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Brooks charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Throwing his lance on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, this, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down, it's Crawford. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this time he is in. Yes. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on second and third down here.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. To throw, it's Lance. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin White gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And they'll go for it. Lance. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Flush to his right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10.
14, find it. We got 4. Shoot. Check 37.
There's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down now, it's Crawford. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks. but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 26, check 26. Shift, watch the shift.
The Lance going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second and 6.
56, check 56. Let's set a tone. Green Jack. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. They can't hang with us.
Now Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. You don't want that. Get it, pick up the ball.
On 1st down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. Going up top. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Zebra. Check safety. Jam. Hey, easy.
Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And they can't bring him down. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off of play action, here's Lance. Forced out to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 4. Wide. 52. 6 guys. Check. Slice blue. 51's Mike. Mike's 51. Rabbit.
Here's Lance to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Kittle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Lance now to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. 10 cycle. You remember me? Let's go, man. Steel, black. Show it up. 56. Mike, 50.
Lance now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. And now here's a carry heading left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Lance. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Devin White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They go play action with Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. On the move to his left. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
On 1st down, Lance steps away to his left. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Lance looking to throw it. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Seattle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. We got three, fellas. We got 3. Switch.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. On 2nd and 10, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion in Alabama, gets in for the sack. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
56.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Throwing again. Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Lance and company going on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Again, it's Lance. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a play fake. Lance. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his third pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Wilson wants to throw it. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year.